Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. My name's Arilia, otherwise known as martziechic, and this morning I take you a little bit into my daily routine and answer some questions about what it's like being a full-time reseller. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a little thumbs up down below to support my channel, and also make sure you're subscribed. I really enjoyed making this for y'all, and I hope you love it. Good morning, guys. I just got my morning coffee. It is almost just about 9 o'clock. I usually work between 9 to 1 and then 2 to 6. It is Monday, so for me, Monday means an admin day. Admin days usually just consist of creating content posts, making sure that all of my spreadsheets are kind of in order, and also making sure that, everything's running smoothly, I'm on track for my goals, and just checking everything out that way. I also have a lot of packages in the back that I have to take out to the post office this afternoon, so that's going to be a bit later, but I did package all of those last night, so that way they can go out today. I really wanted to make this type of video, but I wasn't sure if you guys actually wanted to see it or not, but I've been getting some comments here and there about my schedule and what it looks like being a full-time reseller, so I thought I'd kind of address them in just one video, and you guys can kind of spend the morning with me, and we can hang out a little bit while I do some work and talking to you guys a little bit about what's been going on, what my schedule looks like, and some questions that you guys wanted to know as well. So just off the bat here, I do have my computer in front of me, so I'm just going to be logging some of the things that I've sold, so that way I can make sure that I'm on track for this current month. It is currently September 13th. So I am almost halfway through the month, but I will tell you guys I've already surpassed my halfway goal, so that's great. And if you guys follow my what sold video at the end of the month, you will definitely see what's been going on there. But everything in terms of my average sales price and total sales have been really good right now, so I'm very happy about that. And I think I just have to log a few things this morning and then I should be all good. So one of the recent questions that I got was actually over on my YouTube channel, and I'll see if I can insert like a little screenshot here for you guys. But basically a really sweet subscriber was wondering about how I kind of structured my week, because she was wondering about doing the same thing. In terms of my own schedule, I usually try to do about 2 to 3 sourcing days a week. It honestly just depends on what I'm feeling, where I've been that week, what I've kind of seen in the thrift stores. If it hasn't really been a good thrifting week for me, I might go out again just to make sure that I have enough inventory to list. But honestly, I've gotten really lucky recently, and sometimes I'll just go for one sourcing trip and I'll find everything I need for that current week. So I usually try to list about 10 to 15 things a day. It all depends on what my schedule looks like that day and everything else, and also how much I actually have photographed already. But that is kind of my happy space in terms of listings. So for you, that might look different. If you only find a couple of things every day, you might just want to pop in and out every day, list those items, and be done with it. But after that, I usually have about 1 to 2 photographing days a week. So that is just me when I am getting my listings prepared, steaming them, photographing them, and then putting them kind of close to my desk here, so that way I can pull them out and start listing them. Beyond that, I really don't think that you need to spend much time on anything else besides maybe packaging. I do a little bit more than most because I make videos for YouTube here, and I also make content over on Instagram. So if you guys haven't followed my Instagram, I do post tips daily there as well. So if you want to go follow me on there, my @ is martziechic, same as my username on YouTube. I spend time on social media as well for my business because, number one, community is so important, guys. If you are a single business owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's hard to, gain insight or just get out of your own head when you're working by yourself. So having that community on Instagram and also here on YouTube is really beneficial for me personally. personally, and YouTube here, I am so close to getting monetized, so that is something that I've been looking forward to. I know it won't be a lot for a little bit here, and that's perfectly fine, but I kind of wanted YouTube as a long-term community and investment. That's kind of like how I've seen it. And also as a person and for growth, I think it's so important that you can be talking on camera just as you would to someone else. So I think all of the skills that I've gotten on YouTube will also benefit me a lot later on. But obviously I get a lot of opportunities through my social media as well. So there's a lot of benefits to having your own Instagram and YouTube channel for your business. So if you guys are thinking about that, DM me and I'll definitely give you some more insight and tips about that. I put a poll over on my Instagram if you guys wanted to ask me questions, and I think I got 1 or 2. Oh wow, okay, I got way more than I thought I did. So we are going to be answering some of these today. The first one is from Shop Via Glow. She's an active subscriber on here, and she also has her own channel if you want to go check her out. But she asks, when did you realize going full-time was the best option? So this is really a story time in itself. So when I graduated college, I graduated with a degree in geology and legal studies. And originally I thought that I was going to go into some sort of consulting or consulting job. So I actually had a job lined up after college, but it turned out to be nothing that I expected. So they offered me a job as a field geologist, and when I got there, the job title was actually something completely different. So I was not very confident about that choice once I got there and I saw who I was working with and the interactions between the higher ups in the company and other workers. And not only that, but the people that were also there as contractors. Just not a good place for me to be in. So keeping this all in mind, this place was not a very ethical place for me to be working, and I did know that after I had worked there for a few days even. It was just very evident that, number one, they did not offer me the job that they said that they would, and it seems like they had done that to a whole bunch of other people and young graduates, so that was not very cool. I didn't really see anyone that was enjoying their job. And also they were doing a few things that I thought were very unethical, and I think that other people higher up in law enforcement would think that were unethical as well. So after a few weeks, I kind of went home to my family and was just like, this is still in the back of my head. The entire time I was doing this, I still in the back of my head just wanted to do reselling. Like, I just wanted to spend all my weekends reselling, doing the business. And if you look back on my channel, like I would say a few months ago, I made one video, and that actually was like at 6 a.m. in the morning, because I didn't know, number one, when I was going into work because they didn't tell me, but also I was just so invested into reselling that I really wanted to make that video at 6 a.m. All of that in mind, reselling was really something that was always in the back of my mind. And again, I did do it all throughout college. So when I came home and saw my family and told them everything that was going on, I just asked, you know, like, why can't I do this full time? Like, why can't I be a full-time reseller? And I think there's some hesitation there as well, because number one, I wasn't supposed to be doing that, but number two, I think being a business owner can be really romanticized, but there are a lot of things that you have to think about, like health insurance, taxes, just accounting in general. There are so many things that go into it, and you do have to be prepared for those things. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was not prepared when I first just jumped into it. So if I can save you guys any headache, just start getting prepared if you guys want to make that leap. And if it is something that you feel really passionate about, I absolutely would do it. Soulful Chic asks, what's a typical day flow for you? So I actually just wrote down a little checklist for myself on my notebook over here. But this morning, like I said, I have to list, do some admin work. Then in the afternoon, I'm going to do some packaging. I'm going to take those over to the post office. But then I also have to do just some daily social media things. And then tomorrow, I actually will just spend the entire day thrifting. So for me, it's actually really good to get things done in chunks of importance. So the first 3 things on my list this morning are really important to keep my business flowing. So obviously I need to be listing, but also I really need to get my packages out so that way I can actually get paid for that work. But then also an admin work is really, really important to stay on top of my finances. And I noticed that if I don't do this every week, I kind of fall behind, and I don't like doing this all at once at the end of the month. It is just so crazy. And as you guys know, if you watch my what sold videos, I have about like over, I think, 140 listings that get sold a month. So inputting all of those into my spreadsheet is just a hassle. So if I do it at the end of every week, it's not as bad. how do you stay motivated? I do stay motivated very easily in this job because I think that there's a lot of variety for my mind to kind of jump from thing to thing and still be really productive that way. But also I think it just comes down to really being passionate about what you're doing. I will say that although reselling is something that is really easy, everyone can do it, I don't think that a lot of people actually will. So it comes down to being passionate about what you're doing, and if you're just focused about the monetary part of it, it becomes really, really hard. Personally, I really like the thrifting aspect to it. I'm a huge thrifter. I know how to find the best deals, and I know what like the secret hidden pockets are. So I just love finding a good deal, but then also like I'm so passionate about the earth itself. So having this opportunity to really do something that's beneficial for the planet and slow down fast fashion has been such an amazing thing for me to start doing. And also, again, I have such a great community, so staying motivated really isn't that hard when you see people with their daily wins and people getting excited about what they're doing. Like, I'm excited about what I'm doing. So I think just having that excitement and really being passionate about it is what keeps me motivated. Those were all of the questions that I got, and I hope this part wasn't too long for you guys, but I think those questions were really, really good in terms of having you guys understand what I actually do during the day. I know it might seem like this job is really easy and that I have it made in terms of, you know, I just have to photograph and film and that's about it, and, you know, list a few things here and there, but it can get hard, and it is definitely something you do have to stay on top of. You need to kind of create some lists. You need to have scheduled days for doing things so that way you can kind of keep on track with what's going on. And also in any other kind of regular 9-to-5 job, you would have responsibilities and things that you do have to check off your list. So that is kind of what I keep in mind when I'm working, you know, like, yes, I work for myself, but I think that that actually means a lot more to me personally. It puts a lot more on my plate because as a business owner, you're doing everything, whether that comes down to marketing or sourcing or like listing, packaging, everything is really on you at the beginning. So just staying on top of everything is really beneficial, but I really love what I do, so it makes it really easy for me personally. If you guys have any more questions for me about full-time reselling, motivation, productivity, anything like that, leave them down below and I absolutely will get back to you. But this morning, I think that I will just be doing a little bit more listing. I think right now I might be putting some things into my tracker so that way I know what I've sold this past week and look at some of my running totals. But like I said, they've been looking really good, so I should have no problem with that today. And then I think after that, I'm going to be taking my packages over to the post office. Okay, all of my things are in the back here, as you guys can see, and I am going to be running these over to my local post office. I got everything that I needed to done this morning and had enough time to answer your questions. I usually try to get all of the important things done and out of the way in the morning, so that way in the afternoons I really just have some non-essentials, and you know, this afternoon I'm going to be doing a lot of editing, so it's really just prepping myself for the rest of the week, and the important things are already out of the way. Thank you guys so much for spending this morning with me. It's absolutely wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a little thumbs up down below to support my channel. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!